everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Turnovers will be a focus in today's game. The Titans are #1 in turnover differential, and they'll be up against a Niners team that knows they have to take care of the ball. With that, let's get up to Tennessee. We're standing by in Nashville, our Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. We welcome everyone to the Music City, just a stone's throw from the Country Music Hall of Fame. We are at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in mired in a brutal stretch right now, losers of 8 straight games.
Can you imagine going 2 straight months without winning a game and still trying to hold it together? They've got to find some inspiration somewhere that can lead them to a victory.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how their defense played last week. They held their opponents to 3 points, and that was it. They get anything comparable to that performance, this one's in the bag.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota's skill set can help continue to evolve the position of quarterback in the NFL, because his ability to run with the football, you may not utilize it as little as other coaches have in the past. You may emphasize that part of the game a little bit more.
Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Got a man right side. It's Sharp. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
Navarro Bowman makes anyone's short list for the best linebackers in the game.
Now it's 2nd and 7. Mariota now on 2nd down. They shakes him off. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense. 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. On third down, Mariota finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And going over the middle here to Curley. And it's a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. Where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he finds his man, Kamar Aiken. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choice.
And this is caught by Smith. Touchdown, 49ers. Torrey Smith, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They go with Murray again. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's Murray. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1, you know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Mariota. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Finding time. And now another one thrown incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target. And 4th down coming up.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
So on 4th down, the Titans will turn it over to their punter since 2009, and that's Brett Kern. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And this is a guy who's been here enough. He can't use, hey, I'm a rookie as an excuse. He's been around.
He sat in the meetings. He's played the games. The coaching staff is showing much more confidence in him because the game plan has been expanded since the last time we saw him play.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
But frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
So on 4th down, out comes Bradley Pinion to punt this one away. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
They'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt, and it'll be Titan football. We get a look now at the 49ers defense as they get into position. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
That was second down run for Murray. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's third down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10. Our eyes shift now to the Tennessee defense here. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3-and-out. See if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3-and-outs.
And he's going to go down. Back across midfield. He's sacked at the 46. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Looking here for Smith downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
He's got time. He's going to go up top again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. And the 49ers defense gets ready here as they trot back out there. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out. You feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
2nd down, 8. They'll come out in the pistol. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And the Titans defense, they get ready. They take the field again. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And caught by Curley. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
Al Bernard. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Murray fighting, lost the football. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offensive unit called the TO. And now we are ready to resume play. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Titans are not moving the ball through the air for a second straight week. The 49ers defense will hope they can force that trend to continue in the second half. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Titans have it midway through the first. Armstead's going to take down the QB here. This one ends up as a loss of 3. Now 1st and 10, the catch in traffic made by Smith. And this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown as they put the first points on the board. 1st and 10 with plenty of pressure this half and another sack. This will go for a loss of 8. '49ers lined up at the 48. They're going to come away with another sack here. This one ends up as a loss of 6. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So 2nd and 10 here.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Wide open receiver complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. On the screen, Bernard. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, but sometimes he doesn't act very well about what he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that. That's why they were able to get to him on it.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
Again, it's Murray. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On third down, Murray. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And he did get it back, I do think, yes. So no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a first down.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Curley's got it complete, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
So after that stop, you know that third down is not a gimme if you're on the offensive team. So what are you going to do? Run it again, or maybe you go play action and try and throw the ball and pick up the necessary yardage. A nickel set shown by the Titans on third down.
Thinking pass. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. A chance for us to look now at this 49ers defense. They forced the punt the last time, got off the field. I'm sure some of your D coordinators through the years, you liked when you heard those words, get off the field.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Or maybe you didn't like it when you heard those words.
It depended on when they were yelling them. But in this situation, Absolutely perfect. Get off the field, force a punt, let the offense take over and do their thing, and it resulted in a field goal.
Now we'll see if they can do that again. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. And he's back here in the struggle department in this one like he was a week ago. And, partner, I think you can pin some of this on that O-line, that room to run just not there.
You mentioned last week that it felt like the offensive line was getting beaten to the punch by the guys across the ball.
Well, it was pretty evident, I thought.
I mean, they were off the ball fast, penetrating, getting into the offensive backfield, really spilling a lot of runs before they got started. So I thought your observation was spot on then, and you're right there again this week. Same thing is happening, not able to get started because they're not able to control the point of attack. It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Defense.
So a little jumpy there defensively. Ref caught him in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty.
What's left? Silver.
Murray the lone setback.
Check.
He'll get it running right. A strong running. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. And that is incomplete. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
DeMarco Murray stopped up short on 4th down, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, here's Bernard. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Jeremy Curley, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Denoris Searcy. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Throwing is Mariota. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. Eli Harold in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. Surveying the field. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Tremaine Brock. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle to Smith. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So this is the 2nd consecutive week, as you look at the numbers, that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together? Can they get back in sync? Because normally we see them go together very, very well.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up. after this. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's got his man on the crossing route. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it here with Bernard. And power run it. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come out here in the eye. Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Mariota to throw. Walker with a grab, left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Mariota. He's got time in the pocket. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's always interesting to watch a player fight his own instincts, because when you're a ball carrier, you're taught to fight for every inch, every yard. But in this situation, the smart play was to get out of bounds, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's Mariota. And Walker has it. And oh, he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a carry for Bernard. And a short gain down to about the 33. The defensive tackle, Alan Branch, is the one to bring him down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. One last shot now for Mariota. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Byron Maxwell. And that will write a finish to this ball game. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for the 49ers, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign.